Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Here are the three piles to choose from for today's episode of the Pick a Card series, Your Next Lover. Today, we're going to take an added look at their intentions and their timing. So, as always, take a breath, soften your gaze, and allow your intuition to guide you to your pile. Remember, timestamps are below, and if you're new here, I always recommend that you ground yourself first. Let's begin. If you picked pile 1 for your reading today, it begins with the comic. 8 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. This is the energy of the lover that's coming your way, your next lover. Now, what are their intentions? We have leveling up, along with lover's energy, and the 10 of Cups. Ooh, that's strong. I have to cover up that lovers, though, and I'll explain why in just a moment. That's YouTube guidance. And the angels say, what's the timing here? A year from now. Wow. Spirit of the Castle and Spirit of the Mermaid. Well, we are going to dive much deeper with the clarifiers. And please don't forget to stay until the end, where we'll be pulling out the zodiacs from the zodiac rune bag to see what energies might be associated with this message. So let's just jump right into it. The comic. Your next lover is coming in with that beautiful comic energy. This is really nice energy. The comic is someone who in many ways is a healer, right? They're a healer because they are able to bring laughter. They are able to lighten the mood when things are dark. We're not just talking about someone who's, sarcastic or has a shtick. We're talking about the archetype of the comic. This is someone who is uplifting. This is someone who knows exactly what to bring to a situation to make it bearable, right? And in that way, the comic is definitely a version of a healer. We have 8 of Pentacles and Hangman energy as well. This individual, this next lover of yours, is someone who is working very, very hard. They're an earthy person. There's somebody who loves the labor. There's somebody who's very, very busy. They're also a little bit stuck right now. Hangman energy could indicate that right now in their lives, they're going through a little bit of a period of readjusting their outlook. They may have been stuck in a way in the same outlook for quite some time. So we're going to go ahead and look at the other energies. But before we move on, let's go a little bit deeper into this lover, this next lover. I love the comic energy because, listen, having that in a lover is priceless. Someone who is going to be able to help you get through difficult times, depressive times when, it's like you laugh to keep from crying. What flipped over? The Hanged Man flipped over again. Interesting. There is going to be a whole shift in view and outlook, right? There's something happening here with the two of you that's very karmic. Hangman showing up twice, the Hangman energy here is someone who is very idealistic, very devoted and committed to a particular outlook. But oftentimes as well, what needs to happen is inspiration needs to come in, right? I believe that this next lover is going to be someone who you also inspire, right? The two of you coming together is necessary for both of you. Wow, 7 of Swords and King of Swords. Interesting. It's necessary for the both of you to get you out of stuck energy. And it's interesting that we would pull 7 of Swords and King of Swords energy. There is outside energy here with this individual that is not good or healthy, that has sought to sort of bring them down. Yeah, your next lover, you're going to be such a breath of fresh air for them because they are right now dealing with a situation where they're being extremely undermined. They're definitely not being valued. Somebody's working against them, and it's going to be somebody even at an authority figure level. King of Swords energy. This person may have a lot of issues at work. Specifically with that 8 of Pentacles, they may be someone who's really stuck in a job or at work, and at the same time, they're stuck in a particular position where they're continually being undermined. This person feels like a diamond in the rough. They are the comic. This is a beautiful energy to have, especially when you're somebody who deals with a lot of pressures from outside. And so this is kind of what they're going through now, this next lover of yours. And so I feel already that you are the one who's going to be bringing something light to them, a certain level of value to them, which is why they are intent on you. There is an intention here of them coming to you as well. Let's move on. Level up. What are their intentions? To level up, right? Level up. And I think this goes both ways. They want to level up with somebody who deserves the best, which is you. And, they deserve the best. You deserve the best. They deserve the best. They want to bring the best to someone as well, right? Somebody who resonates with comic energy is someone who is generally, when they're not dealing with shadow, and I don't feel shadow here. I feel like a person who's a very hard worker, very authentic, genuine person. That is a valuable energy. And so you both kind of deserve each other because you're both a very valuable energy here. 10 of Cups and the Lovers. Now I have to cover the Lovers over. I'm so sorry because on YouTube, they will flag me for nudity. I can't even show her boobies, so I do apologize. But we'll keep it there. We have the Archangel Gabriel presiding over that 10 of Cups as well. Happiness is here for you with this next lover. This next lover of yours is going to be a serious connection. I want to pull out some more clarifiers on this for this leveling up energy. This is a serious connection because the two of you will very much value each other. Again, they bring this comic essence and they really, really would love to have a partnership with somebody who recognizes their value and very much recognizes some of the difficulties that they're going through, especially at work. What's flipped over? There you go, Ace of Cups. You see it. Love. Two simpatico souls. You guys are very, very much in love. Let me pull an animal spirit for this. Frog flipped over. Cleansing. You both provide cleansing energy, love energy, emotional. There's water here. There's a connection here. I love this for you. I really do. Because this next lover promises to be the type of person that they're a hard worker. They're not like somebody, who slouches around. They're not somebody who gets depressed because they have to go to work. You're not dealing with that kind of energy. You're dealing with somebody who's definitely bringing security, but they also require that soft touch. They require that love, that nurturing, that acceptance. Ace of Cups, frog energy. They require definitely a bit of cleansing to happen here. They've been around some poisonous energy, especially, as I say, at work or around them. There's some person in authority that, that seeks to continually undermine them. And there may even be a connection here where you guys share the same type of experience. But this reading is about your next lover, their intentions, and the timing. And so we want to concentrate on them. There are other pick a card readings throughout the week where I take a bit more of a look at you. But right now, we want to see who they are. And this is who they are. They are somebody who wants a love connection. They want to level up. They desire this. And I dare say with that Ace of Cups there and the frog, you two may already know each other. But Spirit says it will take some time. It will take time to resonate up a year from now. Now, the reason why this will take time is because this next lover, I encourage you to also watch your future spouse pick a card series on my channel because this next lover promises to resonate up to spouse energy. I feel like certainly long-term relationship energy. And so a year from now is what Spirit says, but I don't think it'll take a year from now for you to meet each other and to be with each other. I think it'll take a year. It may take up to a year before you two cement and resonate up to that 10 of Cups. Lovers is marriage energy. Right? It's marriage, it's long-term, it's commitment, it's sharing, it's divine union with the lovers. So it may take indeed a year for this connection to resonate up to that. But for many of you, I think you've already met this person or you are just about to meet them. as you see this video now. Remember, these are timeless messages. You also have Spirit of the Castle and Spirit of Mermaids at play. So, Spirit of the Castle is a fortress, a rescue, and Spirit of Mermaid is untamed freedom, beauty. There's a wildness to this connection here. Right? And Spirit of the Castle really speaks to building a fortress. So it will take some time to build this kind of level of security in this relationship. That's why I say it may indeed take a year, but because this is not just a case of, hey, you're my next lover. This is a case of not only are you my next lover, but this has the potential to be very long-term marriage, two souls meeting each other who are very, very destined to be with each other, who bring to each other such healing, cleansing, and wholesome energy, nurturing, balanced, reciprocal. It's very reciprocal. But because there's outside influences, this may indeed take some time. Yes, yes, yes. For those of you who always want to go a little bit deeper, like myself, I will be going and pulling the extra extended cards. Let's pull the Moon card for their deeper emotions. We're going to pull the Venus card for their language of love. We will pull the Saturn card for what might block them over this year. And we will pull the Jupiter card for the next step after all of this for you two to expand to, as well as we will pull a special answer from the angels. So if you go ahead and follow over to the extended reading, we will go deeper, and we will also have that angel answer for those of you who formulate your question at the extended. All right, now is the time that we pull out the zodiac runes and see what kind of zodiac signs are we dealing with. We have a Leo right away. I love that. Leo energy, we'll put that right there. Leo fire. For some of you, we are dealing with a Pisces. So that strong water energy, that makes sense with that beautiful frog. Frog being a water animal spirit for cleansing and healing. So I love that. Libra energy, some of you dealing with that air. So this person is going to be Libra, have strong Libra energy in their chart. And some of you are dealing with that beautiful Capricorn. And of course, that makes so much sense with that Eight of Pentacles and that strong work ethic. This is not a slacker, this person. This person is someone who works hard, loves hard, and you two are coming together in a divine moment. I love this. All right. Thank you so much. This is the message I have for you today. For those of you who want to go deeper, we've already pulled the extended cards. Your message here is already sealed and ready to go, and the link is below. If you feel called to stay with me for a pile number 2, I will see you over there in just a moment. If you picked pile 2, your message begins with the Creator, followed by Nine of Cups energy and Two of Swords, a decision. What are their intentions, this next lover? Physical intimacy, followed with a Page of Wands and a Nine of Swords. So courage and anxiety. What does timing say? Wait, Spirit of the Dog, and Spirit of the Fly. All right, everyone, don't forget to stay until the end when we will be pulling the zodiac signs from the rune bag to see what zodiac signs might be associated with your message. And we will be pulling plenty of clarifiers along the way. So let's just jump right into it. Your next lover resonates with the Creator. The Creator is lovely, strong energy. Oh my gosh, the Creator is one of the first archetypes of existence in and of itself. This is a really raw archetype, right? This is somebody who can handle even empty, dark periods and still find something of value. The Creator archetype is a very special one. It's one that endures. This type of individual is the type of person that will always find value in something. They resonate with a very strong energy of not dismissing anything. This is not going to be a surfacey type of person. Let's go ahead and see these energies before we pull the clarifiers. Nine of Cups and Two of Swords. Now, they're also faced with a bit of a decision right now, right? Two of Swords energy is like, God, there's so many options. I don't know which one to pick. And yet they're very happy, Nine of Cups energy. So you're dealing with somebody, I believe, who is seeking happiness, but they have some options in their life right now. Right now, this is your next lover. We're looking at their energy and who they are. They are the creator at their heart. So they're the type of person, I think, that will almost always resonate with a certain amount of happiness. Nine of Cups energy. You know, that's someone who is generally able to find happiness. And I think that we have Two of Wands flipped over. That comes with that ability to find value in all things, right? Somebody who is a creator can, whatever they're given, they're going to be able to create something new out of it or make something or grow something. So there's a curiosity and there's a hope that's inherent with this archetype. So Two of Wands has come out. This is quite interesting. Another two. So your person is in the middle of a decision, and at the same time, they have a deep desire to kind of move forward with their lives, right? What do we have? Judgment is coming. And Five of Pentacles. Wow. All right. Well, Judgment and Five of Pentacles really seems to indicate that right now your person is dealing with almost a karmic phase in their life. I think something is coming to an end. Very much so for them. And the choices that they're making now are exactly the choices that are going to lead them to you. Judgment coming in. When I look ahead at that Nine of Swords, this indeed may be someone from your past. Okay, you might have had a relationship with this person before. There's almost a feeling here that what they're going through right now, which I say is quite a karmic energy, especially when judgment shows up, there's always a lesson about some of the decisions they may have made before in the past. Something is coming to fruition for them, or something is coming to its ultimate end. Because with this energy here, it feels like there's a split happening in their lives. Something that they were connected with, either a union, a group, a relationship, a connection of some sort has come to its final conclusion, and that conclusion has been an end. And yet, at the same time, your next lover is learning a big lesson from it. It's reminding them of some decisions they may have made in the past. They're reaping the consequences of choices right now. And yet, they have an option. Two of Swords. I believe that option is you. Let's move ahead. Physical intimacy. That's what they are wanting. That's their intention, right? Physical intimacy. To get next to you. This also feels to me, for some of you, like physical intimacy, kind of spur of the moment physical intimacy may have been what has brought this situation up. You may have had a physical encounter with this person, right? They might have come into your life. And I feel here strongly that definitely for some of you, there might have been an accidental one-night stand, an accidental physical connection, right? And suddenly I do believe that result of that may have really thrown their lives into a bit of an uproar. They now have to face consequences of their decisions. They want to be happy, and yet there's a judgment call coming. For some of them, this may be the final straw in what has been a long and difficult situation to begin with. But yet you're dealing with somebody who always finds the value, and they have a strong desire to move forward. There is a passion here between the two of you that makes them want to move forward, and I do believe ultimately choose for you. Ultimately, we see ahead that timing says wait. But we have more here. Page of Wands and Nine of Swords. There is an anxiety here, and yet at the same time, a deep desire to, spread your wings. This is your lover now. Spread their wings and just leave. Page of Wands energy is like, look, I'm taking myself, my bag, my desire, and I'm leaving, and I don't care what anybody thinks. Sometimes I'm reminded of this energy here, especially this combination of that feeling of like when somebody is perhaps in a current relationship or in a connection already, right? And they meet somebody Something happens and they realize, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. I want to be over here. And all of their friends say, you're crazy. What are you doing? All of their families say, you're crazy. What are you doing? Everybody around them is making perhaps judgments, saying, no, what are you doing? Because oftentimes doing something out of the box or making a decision for yourself, even if it involves someone else, even if it involves in the short term, perhaps hurting someone or perhaps bringing about a situation where there is a split. You can't control those things, right? You can't stay with people just to make them happy. You can't deny yourself your desires and your dreams and wishes and the things you want for yourself because of status quo, because you want to keep the status quo. This is life, and life is full of these ups and downs and backs and forths. The most courageous thing is to be honest, and that's why I love this Page of Wands. This person is willing to be honest and say, look, you know what? My path is not here. My path is where I wanted to go, and nobody else around me may understand me, but I'm courageous enough to follow my own path. Nine of Swords energy. There is anxiety here and some sleepless nights. Definitely for some of you. Their intention, which is to have physical intimacy, may have already happened with you, and yet it's caused some issue. Let us move ahead and pull another clarifier for that physical intimacy. I'm so curious. So these pick a card readings are definitely timeless messages. They apply to you as you come. But of course, not all the readings or messages are going to apply to everybody equally or at all. So sometimes I'll let you know that there's a couple of different versions coming through. In this scenario here, there is what flipped over, Page of Swords. Yep. A little communication started off, definitely. In this reading, as I say, there's two versions. The one version is that this physical intimacy has already happened. You both desire more of it, and there's a bit of a uproar here. Decision time. For some of you, it is coming in. Now, it's come in very innocently. We pulled another page. We have two pages. This intimacy is innocent in the sense that nobody's planned it, especially if you're dealing with somebody who is already in something. You didn't plan it. This is not third-party toxic energy. This is something that just went from a coffee or a conversation, and then just one thing led to another. That's how I'm feeling here. And this ultimately turns into your next lover. What does Spirit say? Wait. Take some time with this one. Yeah, there's some time here. Whether it's happened already or whether you desire more of it, there will be some time that needs to go by before the two of you resonate to actual lover status. What Spirit got to say? Spirit of the dog and spirit of the fly. Well, that makes sense. Friendship, undying loyalty, companionship, and yet at the same time, getting rid of stagnation, rot, decay, spirit of the fly. Yeah, for some of you, this physical intimacy is happening with somebody who's a friend. Up until now, you guys never imagined this. And that's why I say it comes from a really innocent time. There may have been some alcohol, drinking, or something involved, some vulnerable moment, even just an innocent kiss that just somehow happened because of the conversation you're having. That led to another thing and has opened up this whole door for this connection. Now, for some of you who always like to go a little bit deeper like I do, I will be pulling for the extended reading. We will pull the Moon card to see their deeper emotions, the Venus card to see their language of love. We pull the Saturn card to see what is exactly blocking here. We might get more insight on that. And the Jupiter card to see what unfolds for your relationship. We're also going to pull the answer from angels. So if you form your special question for the extended reading, there's an angel answer for that as well. Okay, it is that time. We're going to pull out the zodiac signs from the rune bag to see what zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Some of you are dealing with an Aries. Lovely. Some of you are dealing with that Taurus, that strong earth sign of a Taurus. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius air sign. So we have fire, earth and air so far. And some of you are dealing with another fire sign, Sagittarius energy. So we have Aries and Sagittarius, two fire, Taurus and Aquarius. And those are the zodiac signs associated with this reading, with this message. They may be connected to your next lover, connected to your natal chart or placements. Take that as you will. And that's it, everyone. This is the message I have for you today and for pile number 2. For those of you who are even more curious and want to go deeper, I've already pulled the cards for the extended reading, so that message is sealed in and ready to go, and the link for that is below. If you feel called to stay with me for pile number 3, I will see you over there in just a moment. Pile number 3, your message begins with the Starborn. This is your next lover's archetype. Very strong. I love the Starborn. 6 of Wands energy comes in along with the moon. A lot of emotions here. What are their intentions? Back together. Ooh, this is going to be a juicy one. Knight of Cups, yes indeed. And the Knight of Swords, so 2 knights facing off. And what's the timing from angels? The timing says within the next few weeks. Mirror Spirit, along with Spirit of Communication. Oh, I really, really love this one. We're going to be pulling plenty of clarifiers. And don't forget to stay until the end when we'll be pulling the zodiac runes from the rune bag to see what zodiac signs you might be dealing with. So let's just get right into it. The Starborn. This archetype is beautiful. The Starborn is associated with those people who are destined. They are fully aligned. They walk in their sort of, look at that beautiful egg there. They walk in their path. They walk on, their destined path, their destined track. They're aligned with their higher selves. These are the type of people that when you meet them, everything about them is who they are. They're very, very authentic. This is the type of person as well that, for instance, if they are an artist, they've been an artist forever. They, if they build things, then, you'll hear stories that when they were children, they would build things. This is someone who's also oftentimes very devoted to a certain way of living, a certain way of being, just very authentic and solid, right? So I love this energy along with 6 of Wands and the moon. So this is where it already gets interesting because 6 of Wands and the moon, 6 of Wands is a victory. Something is coming in for them that's a victory after a period of struggle. Right? It's a public victory. Everybody knows about it. It's not a quiet victory. And yet the moon is there. There's a lot of emotions right now with them. A lot of feelings tied up. Moon energy almost feels like for them right now, yes, they're having a victory, but I'm not sure that they trust it 100%. They still have other desires that they want fulfilled, and they're waiting to fulfill them. There's also a feeling right now that they're being tested. And as I look ahead, what flipped over? 9 of Swords. As I look ahead to back together what they truly desire, I feel like these emotions are absolutely wrapped up with you. 9 of Swords coming in. We'll talk about that. Let's get 2 more cards. Moon energy is just very strong emotional energy. 10 of Cups and the Emperor. Wow. They have a victory here. They feel a victory here. They know that they're going to get back together with you. This is definitely a reading for a back together scenario. Your next lover is definitely a previous lover. And we have strong sort of establishment desire for momentum. Emperor and 10 of Cups. This promises to be a strong reunion, right? A lovely reunion, but a reunion that comes together even more powerful than it was before, So as powerful as the two of you were before, or even if you weren't, this reunion promises to bring all of that. There's victory, there's manifestation, strong divine masculine energy. This person also resonates with strong divine masculine energy. right? This individual is someone who is a doer. They may even be very established, they may have authority in their field. The emperor is someone that, he commands authority and respect. He's used to winning, he's used to manifesting, right? He's used to having a certain level of abundance, and it's all down to his drive. This is also the card for Aries. Now, Aries already showed up for one of the previous piles, so you might want to check over those piles, but this energy still could resonate with an Aries energy individual or someone who has that strong in their chart. Now, let's talk quickly about that Nine of Swords before we move on. There is some anxiety here. And I think that this is associated with this feeling that they have about coming back together with you. Although this person definitely resonates with that strong masculine energy, that drive, that confidence, they're not entirely sure. Nine of Swords indicates that they're still a little bit worried. Because this is a reunion, right? So there is some anxiety here, I feel, about the past. Is there some bits about the past that will haunt them? Is everything really going to work out the way they want it to? They have such strong confidence. They know that this will work, but there's a little bit of, I want to say, just hesitation, right? And I think that's normal, especially when you're getting back together with someone. And how do we know? Because the intention is back together, a reunion. Better than before, though. This is a feeling of better than it was before. I want a little clarity now already on that back together. What flipped over? Wow. Immediately flipped over. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy. Let me get one more intentional clarifier. So Queen of Swords is, it's being authentic, right? It's telling your true story. It's being authentic. It can feel like a coming home. Oh, there's the Judgment. Yeah. So for sure, this coming together, this reunion, this back together energy is definitely a karmic sort of resolve that's happening. Judgment, Queen of Swords. Somebody is coming back and apologizing. They're apologizing and they're going to be like, look, I might have been wrong. I'm clear-headed now. I have clarity now. This is who I am. They're strong and honest about who they are. There may have been some issues. Clearly, if we're talking about back together again, the two of you at some point are not together. And I would say that this feeling I have here is that these timeless messages, these timeless pick a card readings, especially on my channel, the energy is what it is when you come to the reading. So when you come to this reading for this particular pile, this is just about to happen. And I look ahead within the next few weeks is what angels say. But I agree with that in the sense that specifically in this pile, I don't know that this person has made contact with you just yet. But they are absolutely about to. So now let's talk about these knights. You have competing energies in your life. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. Yeah. So you have a couple of people that are competing for your next lover position, right? So as this person comes in with that strong resolve, that fire, that clear, convinced energy they have that they're going to win, they do realize there's a bit of a test here. They do realize Nine of Swords energy that they may have to make up for the past. They have some anxiety, some nervousness, but they come in strong with a lot of romance, a lot of apologies, and yet they are faced with a Knight of Swords. I believe definitely for you guys, hey, listen, you have another lover in your life already that is not having it. That's what I feel. That's a lot of people. Two knights, a queen, and the emperor, that's a lot of people. So, my readings are intuitive, and I'm letting you know now, you have another person here, and that person is not letting you go like that. There may indeed be a little bit of a battle. And these two individuals are very evenly matched in a lot of ways. Even though this lover coming back in, this starborn, is a strong manifester and already has a certain sense of authority and success and abundance under his belt, this energy energy here, this comparison here. You have two people who are very, very similar and at the same time very different. But, you know, they're similar type of people. I do almost feel like this is like you have a type, right? But this one is the one that got away for a little while. I think you're happy about them coming back. But again, your next lover, this particular series on my channel is so much about the actual lover. There are other pick a card readings where we take a lot more of a deeper look into your desires. But let's go ahead and move ahead to spirit and timing within the next few weeks. As I say, that's the feeling I have too, happening very soon. And they're just kind of biding their time, I feel like, getting up their nerve, their gumption. But there is such a strong belief here. It's coming in hard. And what other energies do we have to support that? Well, mirror spirit and spirit of communication. So here we have vanity, deflection, reflection, mirror spirit energy. Mirror Spirit, this is an interesting oracle card that I pulled. This is the Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck from Mystic Moon Oracle. She's a reader on YouTube as well. I love her reading. I love her decks. I love her readings. But yeah, I love this. Mirror Spirit is an interesting card because it's very individual, very personal. You know, take it as it comes to you. There is a lot of vanity at play here. I feel that between these two knights here. So there's definitely going to be a battle of sort of egos. And yet spirit of connections, fated meeting, soulmate, divine counterpart. I do feel like this person coming back, your next lover, is much more of a divine counterpart than the one you currently have that's willing to now go into battle for you, as it were, right? Yeah, you have a soulmate coming back into your life, and you also have some juicy extra drama that's about to kick off as a result of that. So for those of you who like to go deeper, we are going to pull cards for the extended. So we will pull the Moon card for their deeper feelings. We will pull the Venus card for their language of love. We're going to pull Saturn to see what blocks the two of you specifically to do with these two. And then we'll pull the Jupiter card to see what comes next in the next phase of your connection. We're also going to pull an answer from the angels. So when you come to the extended and formulate your question, the angels will have an answer for you. So it is that time now to pull out the zodiac signs for this reading, to see what zodiac energies are associated. So we have Gemini, that strong air energy for Gemini. What else do we have for this reading? Scorpio coming in. Whew. Yeah, I feel that Scorpio energy associated with that Knight of Swords. I really do. So this individual currently in your life may have some strong Scorpio. And then we have more water with that Cancer. Scorpio, could be Scorpio facing off to a Cancer. Oof. And then we finally have that Virgo, that strong earth Virgo. So an air, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, water signs, and a Virgo. Those are the zodiacs associated with your message and your reading today. All right, and that is it. This is the message that I have for you and for pile 3 for the series Pick a Card reading, your next lover, looking at their intention and their timing. Now, for those of you who want to go deeper, we already have your extended reading cards pulled. So the message here has been sealed in and is ready to go, and the link will be below. For the rest of you, I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This has been Bow and Arrow Tarot. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you right back on my channel for your next Pick a Card reading. Bye-bye now.